Hello everyone. I'd like to welcome you to today's edition of the Our America channel. My name is Thornton Prayer. I'm a citizen, a patriot, and I care very deeply about the United States of America and where we're headed in these days. Today I'd like to talk about something I think is pretty common here in our country, and that is narcissism. Now I think narcissism on a healthy level is a good thing. I think having a strong ego, if you want to call it this that way, or let's say a healthy dose of self-esteem is a useful thing. But there's a point where I think when you get too narcissistic where you can have trouble. And I think that one of the big issues we have on an individual level and on a national level in our country is that we have a lot of us who are extremely narcissistic. If you think about the ethos, cultural ethos of the United States is about being an individual and being able to accomplish anything you want on an individual level. And that's great. But I think when it gets to a point where the only thing that matters to us as individuals is what I want to do and what I want, and screw anything and everybody else, then we forget about the nation. We forget about each other. We forget about community. Now, I'm not talking about imposing the government to make us love one another. That's not realistic. I don't advocate that. I don't believe in that. I don't think that's realistic even. All I'm saying, though, is that it's trying to find that balance point between having a healthy self-regard versus ignoring what's best for our country and for our fellow citizens. Everyone points fingers about how screwed up everyone else is, but no one wants to look in the mirror and say, what am I doing to contribute to the problems that we're facing today? And I think what leads to that, or actually, let's say the basis of that, is the fact that so many of us are so wrapped around what I want, what I think, what I feel, and that's it. And we don't give any consideration to what's going on with other people, and then we wonder what's going wrong. I mean, think about it like a marriage. Let's say you've got two people, they've been married together for a long time, but one of them is all about himself or all about herself. And all they think about is what they want as an individual. Well, those types of relationships tend to go south and frequently end in divorce. Why? Because one person's so wrapped up in himself or wrapped up in herself that they forget about the other person. And eventually the other person gets fed up and they leave. That's my biggest concern about this country, is that everyone's so wrapped up about how they feel or the people they like and agree with feel, and forget about what's going on with other people, about how they're experiencing what's happening here. And when we demonize each other, and that's the flip side of the narcissism, when we demonize each other, we actually do really dumb and destructive stuff. And that's what I see as a huge problem that's going on today. I'm going to ask you, if you're interested in watching this and think about this, is to really start asking yourself some important questions like, am I too self-absorbed? Am I too self-involved? Am I ignoring what other people say, think, and feel and believe? And if you actually have some doubts about that, if you are actually telling yourself that, maybe I'm going a little bit overboard, then you might start to get somewhere and to start being a contributor to what we can do to make this country stronger together and better. That's it for today. I'd appreciate any thoughts or comments. Again, this is today's edition of the Our America channel. Thank you for watching.